the world tells us when you are grieving, you're supposed to look sad. You're supposed to cry. And some people certainly will, and certainly do. A lot of people will. But it's also okay and normal and right to feel joy and to laugh and to revert back to childhood. Because at the end of the day, we want children to have their childhoods. We have a model that is really founded on camp. We believe very strongly in the intersection of grief and play, and that play is the language of childhood. So camp, above all else, is this amazing platform for play. And then you overlay grief, right? So once those openings are happening with each child and they're able to connect with each other, well, then we can start to build coping tools and skills so that they can take those grief tools and work them into the rest of their lives and their everyday experience at home. Really, at the very core of supporting grieving children is talking about grief. So we want to encourage people to talk about it, even just saying the words, asking questions, showing that you, as an adult, whether you are somebody who understands grief or is just there to support a person, that you're willing to make space for that person's grief. So we actually send home a letter with our campers after camp that they can give to their teachers for that school year. That's called, a letter to my teacher. And it's basically like, you have a grieving child in your class, and here's what kids want you to know. I think giving kids a little bit of power back in their experience by just having a conversation with them, letting them know that you know and that you're there for them and that you're willing to lean into their grief by asking the questions, by offering to be a person who can hear stories, by just mentioning their person who died in a way that honors their memory, and by not making assumptions. A lot of times teachers and administrators and guidance counselors are some of our best referral sources because they're able to see really what a grieving child is going through and be able to make recommendations to a caregiver who might just not have that mindset at that time. The caregiver is often grieving as well. So to have that kind of support for grieving kids outside of the home is so critical. And as we've grown, we have recognized that there is a much greater need, even than the thousands of kids that we're able to serve through summer camps. And now we are looking to really create a society around grieving children in general that helps to normalize childhood grief, the feelings that are associated with that, and to build some awareness and visibility around the issues of unsupported childhood grief.